Welcome to the Purposeful Pursuit to a Beautiful You. I look forward to talking to you about hypnotherapy.
I just did a hypnotherapy session. I've always thought hypnotherapy was kind of like a joke. As far as all the reputable and professional hypnotherapists out there. And you know what? It's so crazy. I've actually connected with three hypnotherapists in the past, like, less than 2 months, just like out of the blue. So if you're here watching, say hi. Um, Comment below, let me know where you're watching from. But I always say God kind of brings things your way, right? So one lady, she's a Christian and totally love her to death, and she was telling me about hypnotherapy. And I'm supposed to be interviewing her shortly, so we'll get there. Another lady was in one of my mastermind coaching programs. Her and I were, mastermind sisters, and or our mastermind sisters, I should say. And we found each other through a program that we signed up for, and she happened to be a hypnotherapist, and she lives in California. So I actually interviewed her, and then I was in a Facebook group, and someone was asking, well, Shonda, I should say, was asking, does anybody, have the fear of speaking in public? And that is something that I deal with, because I'm an introvert. Hey, I'll just tell my story about, you know, the hypnotherapy, my story, what we worked on, all that good stuff. I'm actually just getting started and getting in there. So my thing is public speaking. So I can speak on a video all day long because I don't have to really see, which I always say video is great for introverts. If you're an introvert in business and you want to get visible and you want to be out there and you want to speak to people and you're too afraid to do it like in a public platform, video is the best. So doing it on video is perfectly fine. But if I have to speak in, say, a room of 20, 30 people, I mean, it can literally be 20 people and people I don't know, right? Like at my church, I love them, I hug on them, I see them weekly. I'm not as afraid. I still hesitate, but when you're in business for yourself, hosting live events is like another amazing way to connect with potential customers. And I've been missing out on that. I've really been missing out on that additional way to connect with people, right? If people love video, how much more would they love you in person? So that's like a whole other thing. I did speak at an event 2 years ago. Yeah, mine, no, I think it was 2 years ago, 2016, in the springtime. I did speak at an event and I did, you know, goodness gracious. All I remember from that event is my leg was shaking so bad. Yeah, it was bad. Now the event, me speaking was, I had to put on this front while I was speaking, right? I had to pretend like I was comfortable. And I spoke and the message got across and I got a client at that event, right? But I didn't like the way I felt internally. I didn't like the way my body felt while I was speaking. And so when I saw Shonda post in another Facebook group that we're in, I don't even remember. That's why the internet is so amazing and social media is awesome. She lives in New York, I live in Georgia, so we're connected. I would have never met her any other way besides this. And so when she put up the post about, she's a hypnotherapist and what was she saying? If you have a fear of speaking in public, comment here. I want to connect with you. So I commented on the post and I told her my whole story, and I'm going to share a bit of that story with you guys too. Being a first generation American, my family's from Barbados. So you hear me get around my family, my little accent will come on a little strong because I worked really, really hard to get rid of my West Indian accent. I worked extremely hard to get rid of that ever since third grade because I remember when I moved from New York and I came to North Carolina, which is a whole nother deal because, New York, you have your northern accent coupled with my West Indian accent. And then coming down south, I sounded really different. So, I remember being in class and the teacher calling on me to speak in the class if they ask you a question and you have to answer out loud. Like my fear of speaking has been there since, wow, since third grade. So yeah, I had to tell her my story. So I told her my story about where my fear came from. Just even being in the culture that I was raised in, children are seen and not heard. So you don't even really have an opinion. You don't have any thoughts. What you say doesn't matter. You just do what you're told, right? That's the environment I grew up in. And so that just fostered to that fear of speaking and speaking your truth and speaking out loud, which I think is why that's such a big deal for me, and why it's such a huge thing that I can help my own clients with as well, right? Helping them with their messaging and helping them be true and authentic to who they really are and not doing the work that they feel they should be doing because of other people, right? That's why I can speak to that so much and why I can help them, because I've had to break free from that on a level, right? On an amazing level, I've broken free from that. But this whole idea of speaking in public. So hypnotherapy session, I always thought like hypnotherapy was kind of like, I don't know what they show on TV, right? On TV they show like it's how can I say, just making people quack like ducks, making people do things that they don't really want to do, mind control, all of that kind of stuff, right? And so this was totally different. It was totally different. I really enjoyed it because it was really bringing my body and my mind to a relaxed state. And so often we do not come to a relaxed state because we're always on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. We're trying to think through things, process through things, but we're always doing it while we have other things running in the background, right? Um, I'm guilty of this, being a homeschooling mom, running my business, trying to cook healthy foods, all these wonderful things. It's like I'm always going a mile a minute. So this experience really allowed me to just like be in the most relaxed state. I have not been in that relaxed of a state. I can't even tell you the last time I've been in that relaxed of a state. And this was intentional. And so, that's something that I'm taking away from this particular hypnotherapy session, is that I need to allow myself to meditate more, right? And as a woman of faith, even on meditating on the words of God, meditating on scripture, but allowing my body to be in this relaxed state, no tension, excuse me, no tension. Um, and I want to highlight this also. It's not about emptying your mind, because I know that that's something that I don't agree with, and I don't feel that that is in alignment with my spirituality. Is this whole idea of emptying my mind? No, it's not about emptying my mind. There were a lot of thoughts. I was still thinking things in and out, but it's this physical relaxation that was so amazing. And then the guiding portion of where she took me, there were so many options, so many choices, right? Like, okay, I want you to go to your safe place. What does that place look like for you? So I know I ended up in a garden, and I love like beautiful, healthy, whole things. And in that garden, I was surrounded by tomatoes and oranges and grapes and all these beautiful things. But then it came to this point where I had to meet my younger self, and in this hypnotherapy, I can't get the word out, y'all. Hypnotherapy, in that session, she said, I want you see someone and it's your younger self. And when she said that, I was like, okay, trying to imagine, like, what do I look like when I was little, right? And I got there. And then I had to start saying, internally and externally, however, to some positive things to my younger self. And I literally started coughing and like joking because I know I'm resisting. There was just some resistant things about, my younger self. I tried to mute myself. I tried to shut off any attention to myself. Like I just wanted to be really, really small and want anybody to see me. You know, I remember feeling invisible in when I was younger. So that was something where I know my body was like resisting that exercise. But it's so grateful to this experience to know that hypnotherapy is not the way they show you on TV. There were tears, but that was just, you know, a natural response to some of the positive, wonderful, loving things that I was able to say to my younger self, you know, in the relaxed meditative state to where the subconscious mind could really allow that to soak in at the subconscious level. And you guys know that I do um, mind, body, soul work. I love helping women break free from fear, doubt, like literally releasing those emotions at the cellular level. You know, this is scientific where those emotions are stored. So to be able to go through this work and do it with someone else was just a really, really great treat for myself. I look at it as self-care. And the time that we started was like 10:45 this morning, and we finished at around 12 o'clock. So we was at about an hour and 15 minutes on this Saturday that I was able to dedicate to myself, which is really awesome. And I just wanted to speak to that about this hypnotherapy session that I did today, where it stemmed from, why I did it. She even had me like walking, like playing on the screen about watching myself go through like the speaking and being in front of people and just more positive like affirmations that I could say to myself. And just want to say that I'm very excited about the breakthroughs and the transformations that happened during this session because it's just beautiful. I feel amazing after the session. And I know there's some things that I'm going to be setting up soon. I definitely wanted to do a live event here in my area, which is Savannah, Georgia. I'm definitely wanted to host a live event, which is going to be around mind, body, soul work for women business in order for us to really break free from the limiting beliefs and lies and vows that are holding us back from walking in our purpose. Like I've been speaking this message, oh wow, for well over 3 years now, and understanding that, you know, God is CEO of our business. If he's placed that purpose and he's placed that passion in your heart, know that he's the one that is going to help you walk that through. Do not neglect him, right? So many times we'll put him to the side and we will call ourselves hustling and working so hard. And God's like, daughter, I've got the answers. Like I'm the one. I've got the creativity. He's the first creator, ultimate entrepreneur, and we have him on our side, right? We are his children. He is our provider, and it's just so beautiful to be able to really acknowledge those things and walk those things through, right? So just wanted to share, give you guys a little bit of background around my hypnotherapy, the hypnosis that took place this morning. And all right, I will chat with you all soon. Bye.